Hi, welcome back to another video from MBMRC. I'm Matt.
I'm Marty.
And what we have here today is the new release kit from Old School Model Works. It's called the Polaris. It's based off the Bill Evans original Polestar, and I think it was 1985,
Somewhere in that
somewhere
vicinity, yeah.
in the late 80s there. Bill was actually going to call his Polestar the Polaris. In the article there, you can read about that. But it's based off of his design. It's got a build-up wing on it. Same exact shape fuselage and everything. Powered with a 40 to a 61 and whatever it takes for electric motors. I didn't really
Yeah, I didn't pay
look.
any
I didn't
attention.
really look at that part. But I have a 1979
79.
Super Tiger Blue head. It's ringed and ABC with Perry ports, so it should.
It'll
It weighs what, 5.5 pounds?
Yeah, and the engine has a static thrust of close to 14, so it'll rock it pretty
Yeah.
good. It's running a high volume exhaust. It's the SK pipe, so it
That's
should go.
got a 12.6 prop on it. That's what we found actually works the best on some of the Super Tiger 60 engines. But as far as the kit goes, Bill Evans on his, he had a firewall, he had the F2 for the valves to go into, then everything else was pretty much open. He had quarter-inch, quarter square runners in his. Uh, Mark Landerman from Old School Model Works, he redesigned it. It has a couple more formers in there. It's still just as strong as
Mm-hmm.
what the original would be, and it's only 1/8 inch sheets where Bill Evans would have used
Quartered.
quarter-inch sheets. So it's built strong, about the same strength-wise, maybe a little bit stronger with an 1/8 inch instead of quarter. Uh, Much like all of our Bill Evans planes, they normally balance out right with the battery all the way at the rear. It's nice with this last former that he has here. It has a little opening in it. I actually am using a 3S 2200 battery in
LiPo
this.
running on one of our
Yeah,
regulators.
so it balanced out pretty good. I didn't have to add any weight to it. Everything is ready to go at 5.5 pounds. The things that I've changed on this, different from what Mark did or designed it to be. The nose that he came up with was more square, and I took it back kind of to the original Bill Evans nose on it. Filled, I put blocks and stuff up inside the cowl there, made a little spinner ring, sanded everything down to it. I actually like the looks of the point nose like that than just a square. There was some guys back when Bill originally came out with it that actually did have a square nose on it. They kind of put like a little 45 on it. That's the beautiful thing with building a kit or a scratch build. You can do it however you want. Uh, I didn't put the optional moving rudder on mine only because I had two wise guys, and I actually still have the other one. My original one didn't have a working rudder. It was just a fin like I have on this. And I have the wise guy that I have now, I put a moving rudder on it. I didn't really notice that big of a difference doing hammerheads or anything with the optional rudder. So I didn't have that linkage going to the back there. Now I have two servos in the inside of it for my nose gear and my throttle, and that's it. So really easy build. Uh, the instruction book was good. Uh, it just it, I got it last Friday, which was what the I'd have to look, but we had it mostly framed up by Saturday afternoon, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday afternoon, uh, we started putting covering on it uh, Saturday night.
Yeah, I had the wing covered Saturday by about 8 o'clock at night, and that's when we
Now
called it.
you got to remember that's both of us working on it. I do the fuselage and the tail and the radio install stuff, and he does the wing and the covering. So I'm probably one of the few that actually got their Polaris kit built and done and ready to fly in that time.
I would say. But the color scheme on this is interesting. He went with that color scheme only because it's got the Italian Super Tiger engine, and a little tribute to, I hope I pronounce his name right, Mr. Garfoli, that started the Super Tiger engine company. It was kind of a tribute to that, and I think it came out pretty cool. And we haven't flown it yet, but we're excited to definitely give it a try. On the wing, the only thing I did different than Mark did is he had the sheeting tips, which really look nice. But strength-wise, I'm sure it added some strength to the tip of it. I opted not to go with it. I put the cap strips out only because it looks kind of more like a Bill Evans would look. The other thing, the wing built really easy, really simple to do. If I had anything to say about it, would be he gives you the aileron stock, which is 3/8. Fortunately for me, it's not an issue because I have a table saw. So I did cut the angle for the ailerons on the table saw. And if you were to do it by hand, it would take a considerable amount of time. So the only thing negative that I would say about the whole thing is it could have probably had some tapered aileron stock included in the kit. But and that's really a minute thing. But the plane built really well, and I'm sure it's going to fly amazing. We'll do a video of it flying.
And I would actually say that this wing here, strength-wise, is about the same, maybe
right.
a little stronger than a foam core.
Well, for those that don't know, most Bill Evans planes were all foam core wings. This is a built-up balsa wing. So I think the wing came out probably lighter. Mm-hmm. I think when I read the article for Bill Evans, his weighed, it was either 6.5 or 7 pounds, something like that. And this came out like 6.5.
5.5.
5.5. So it's pretty light.
As far as the radio gear, I have two high-tech 311s for my nose gear and my throttle. On the Elevons, I have 322 Deluxes, high-techs, and nothing real fancy. It's quick radio install, really quick build, strong, looks cool. And if it's anything like any other Bill Evans airplanes, it's going to fly really, really good. And hopefully that kit does really well for him.
I hope Mark sells a ton of them. I'm happy that he did one of Bill Evans's planes. I really am. I'm tickled. Hardware-wise, I think we used all of his hardware other than maybe some screws.
Yeah.
I did use, instead of using CA hinges, because of the horsepower of that engine, I went with epoxy hinges in it. So yeah, sometimes CA hinges can give way with vibration. I also sealed all the hinge line because this plane is definitely going to move.
A little look around of it here. But anybody that wants to try a Bill Evans and not have to scratch build it or worry about getting the plans or anything like to it, check out Old School Model Works and give the Polaris a try.
And again, we thank Mark Lanterman for keeping this thing alive and doing it. And I think you'll have great success with it because they do fly amazing. So with that being said, till we do the flight video, we'll talk to you later.
See you later.